Hey everybody, Brian from Bear Bull Traders here. It is Sunday, December 16th. Just going to go over the week that was and what things are looking like for the coming week here. I think it's going to be an interesting week. We got some lots of things going on, and we're coming off a pretty ugly week for the bulls. You can kind of see here what Friday looked like. Awful lot of red there. And again, you see the Dow, down almost 500, NASDAQ down almost 160. All of these indexes down, 2% or more. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. Market internals still looking horrible, 81% under their 200-day moving average. Almost similar under their 50s. Lots of new lows, not a lot of new highs. Advanced decline looking pretty bearish as well. Let's take a look at the groups quickly here. Even utilities on Friday couldn't manage a green move, although they have been strong during the week. And utilities has been the safety trade. People have been reaching for that yield as opposed to staying in anything else. So technology, I noticed technology did make a bit of a comeback last week, even though it was down on Friday. But maybe technology's trying to find a bottom here. And you can kind of see here for the 1 month performance, even though utilities is up, technology is maybe scrambling to try to find some footing here. So let's take a look at the SPY weekly just quickly. Kind of see here, tape tells the story. Got all this, these levels of resistance, levels of support, which we broke on Friday, and we may be heading lower now down to maybe 253 might be the next stopping point, which is right here. And we'll see if it can hold there. So what's coming up next week should be interesting. We've got Oracle and Red Hat reporting on Monday, so we'll see some technology stocks, see how they do. Interesting, we've got FedEx on Tuesday. FedEx, part of the transports, and the transports that people have been pointing out. The transports have been really part of the Dow that's really been taking this whole market move lower. The transports have really been getting taken to the woodshed. And usually, with Dow theory, that as the transports go, so does the Dow. So it'll be interesting to see how FedEx reports, and what exactly the market does with that report after they do report. So, we got FedEx Tuesday, we got MU on Tuesday. MU, of course, one of our favorites in the day trading chat room, Bear Bull Traders. And coming up on Wednesday, we've got Chairman Powell speaking, and there's just going to be comments, nothing new, but his comments could move the market. And if there's a rate hike in December, like everyone's expecting, and maybe he makes some a little bit more dovish comments about future rate hikes, could be a catalyst to take the market higher. If he comes out, I don't think this is likely, but if he does come out and pulls the rate hike for December off the table, it'll be very interesting to see how the market behaves, because he may be signaling the market and economic conditions are so weak that they don't want to raise. So that could send interesting signals to the market as well. So we'll see what his comments, how his comments affect the market. I'm kind of thinking that we are going to get a bit more selling, and then we actually may get a bit of a relief rally mid to the end of the week. And as you know, rallies in markets that are acting like bears can be quite strong. So we might get a face ripper type rally one of these days next week. So we'll be watching for that. And let's just see what the SPY daily, again, it's sort of the tail of the tape here. We've got, as we've been pointing out, three highs, levels of resistance here, 3 levels of support, 3 times hit the support level. Now we're breaking down. So I just still markets not looking very healthy. And but again, I'm thinking we might get a rally depending on kind of comments we get from Powell. So what has been working? FAS is a stock I've been in. I've scaled out of a lot of it, and I'm probably gonna take the rest off early next week. again, I'm kind of thinking at some point we'll get a bit of a rally here, and think we may be extended a little bit on the downside at this point. One of the stocks I've been watching, or one of the sectors I've been watching, is the commodities, GLD gold, and it's been making some interesting moves lately. Here we've got a double bottom on the weekly, and now we've got a higher low here, and we could be heading back up. And again, this gold will probably move with Jay Powell's comments. Certainly, if he pulls the rate hike off the table, then we're going to see a real strong move, probably higher. And even if he comes out a little dovish, we may see a move in gold go higher. Might take a day or two to sink in, but I'm watching this one continue to strengthen, and maybe look for an entry here on gold, or you could play it through Nugget, NUGT, or JNUG, the junior miners, and Nugget the miners. Miners will move obviously with the price of gold. And here's another sort of gold lookalike, silver. This is the weekly again, maybe not quite as constructive as the gold chart, but silver does tend to move with gold, and it's actually starting to look a little constructive for the long side. And I think it'll rally too, as if gold rallies. So and silver, for example, we got this. We got a 1330 level here. We're trading around 1370. And, we could get up to, this 15 and a quarter level if we really get a good rally going. So it might be a good risk to reward, something to keep an eye on. If it pulls back a little bit, might try to get an entry and hold it for a long swing. Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs has been sort of the poster child of how badly the financials have been doing, and you can kind of see here, even in March, April, it sort of made a double top here back in February, March, and it's just been failed to go higher here, and then it really just started to sell off, bear flag, another sell off, bear flag, and then consolidated here, couldn't break higher, another double top, and now it's been really tanking here in the last, as the market's been rolling over as well. But I'm looking at this level of support here. It's around 268 or 168, I should say, and we're getting pretty close to that level. And nothing sells off forever. There's an awful lot of negativity in this stock right now, and if we do end up getting a bit of a rally mid to late next week, I think Goldman Sachs is a one you could jump into and play it back up to maybe 195, 200. Twitter's sort of on my radar here. It seems to be really holding its own. Even we had a bit of a sell-off here, but in the summer, but it really has been holding its own here. Made a high, tried to break out, and now we're right back at this level of resistance again. And certainly, if we get a strong, a bit of a rally mid to end of the week, this really could rip up to 42. Probably around this level here, 42, 43. I mean, we could get a really nice move from Twitter, just because it hasn't shown the same level of weakness in a really poor tape for the bulls. So this always bodes well when you get a reversal and you get some bullish action. Some of these stocks that have been holding up can really go. So I like Twitter, and I'm watching that for if we're hoping to get a bit of a pullback next week, and I'll try to take an entry maybe around 34, 35, and see if we can push that thing up to if it pushes up back up over 40. But like I said, I kind of like the price action here, sort of consolidation, higher low, and now we look like we're going to try to break out from this level of resistance. So here's my book, How to Swing Trade. And if you are interested in swing trading, just starting out, looking for some trading strategies, you can check it out. It's on Amazon. That's it, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we will see everyone in the Bear Bull trading room in the morning. Ciao for now.